Hello, it's Daisy, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be discussing episode 7 in my weight loss journey. So this is like a little vlog update. I haven't made one in a while now. So my latest video was supposed to be like a two-parter where I was going to talk about why I brushed out my dreadlocks and then discuss what's going on with weight loss, but then I did the one video and never completed the other. So I figured now that it's like, okay, we're towards the end of January, going into February, it seems like a good time to record a video now. So what I'm going to be doing for February is I'm going to be continuing to use LifeSum food tracking app. I absolutely love this app. And another app to consider if you're looking for one for food tracking is Fat Secret, because I use both. Fat Secret has an amazing community that is full of positivity, and I think I've encountered one toxic person within that app, and that was a long time ago. But anyway, because some people, when they see food tracking and weight loss, they don't consider that mental health can really impact weight loss. You know, if you don't feel good about yourself and you're struggling mentally, you're not going to make the best food choices. You're going to seek out those things that bring you comfort. And that comfort kind of brings like this sense of peace and tranquility along with it. You know, I'm not going to be depressed and eat a salad. Let's say that. So anyway, Fat Secret has a great community and just your basic everyday food tracking app. Whereas LifeSum, it doesn't have a community whatsoever. And that's why it was like, okay, I'll use it for food tracking, but I'm still going to stick around Fat Secret, update its weight, give updates about what I'm doing and how it's going and blah, blah, blah. And but what's great about LifeSum is the feedback it gives you. So if I go an entire week and not eat fruits and vegetables, that following Monday when I get my new life score, it's going to reflect that. It's going to recommend, hey, you know, get more fruits. Or if I don't eat a lot of vegetables or a lot of whole grains, like it actually gives you feedback based on the things you're doing great with, which is usually water, sugar, and alcohol. And things that need a little bit of work. Usually seafood, there isn't an abundance of fish and I'm allergic to shellfish. Seafood, and sometimes fruits and vegetables, whole grains or saturated fats. Like it gives you feedback on all these things. And I think that's very powerful when coming from a place of disordered eating, I was so unsure and lost as to what am I supposed to eat to help lose weight. And that's kind of where Fat Secret's food tracking aspect fell short. I was recording my food, I was inputting my calories, I was seeing the trends, and I wasn't losing weight. What am I missing here? You know, I talked to a dietitian and then all of a sudden I discovered this app. And this is the component that was missing, the feedback. What do I need to work on? LifeSum answers that question. Another thing I'm going to continue to use is a fasting tracker app. What started out as me needing just a timer to see how many hours until the sun went down with eating turned into, you know, maybe I'll begin 12-12 fasting. All of a sudden I was exceeding the 12-hour fasting and it became 13-11. 14-10. Right now I'm sitting at 15-9, just naturally eating. I try to aim for 9 to 5. Lately it's been 9 to 6. So I still have that goal of reaching a 16-8 fasting pattern, but it'll happen in time. So I'm just kind of riding that wave, so to speak. It just helps to see that. Because the days where I do end up eating a 14-10, I end up weighing a little more the next day. Anyway, I soaked it with coffee on accident when I was trying to pre-record. My phone fell and hit my coffee cup, and so I have a wet book now, but it says there's no greater wealth than health. And it's stuffed with paper towels to try and dry it. But this book has been with me since 2020. I just bought it at Walmart. I bought it and it was wrapped in plastic, so I really couldn't see the pages. But it has a page for health goals, a monthly schedule, and habit tracker, and weekly log. So it's just your basic Sunday through Saturday weekly log, but instead of cardio, it says cardio up at the top, I have wrote motivation. And I keep track of my motivation because, well, one, motivation is unreliable. If you're not motivated to go out in that weight room and work out, you're not going to work out. And if you do work out, you're not going to put your whole heart and soul into it. So I keep track of motivation just because to really check in with myself and gauge, okay, where am I at right now? Is my motivation high, low, medium? Like, what am I feeling? And with that, kind of helps gives you direction. It's if right now my minimum is to work out one time in a 7-day period. And if I happen to have low motivation that day, I'm going to do my most basic, easy physical therapy workout. And that is okay. That's totally freaking okay, you know, because it gives you a starting place. Compared to if I had to exercise and my motivation was high, I might push myself a little more. And that just helps you acknowledge where you are at and being okay with it. A big part of my trauma and binge eating disorder is just feeling like I need to push myself beyond my limits. Checking in with my motivation helps me acknowledge where I'm at and working with it. So yeah. I also use Samsung Health. So there's 3 apps I use consistently for weight loss. And that is the LifeSum app. I guess Fat Secret can be lumped into that. Health Goals or Fasting Tracker. I'm struggling right now. And Samsung Health because of my smart watch. It's really hard to see, but it's right there. So I also record my steps and the calories I burned from my steps into this book. So all 3 of those apps that I just mentioned get compiled into one place, and that is this book. If I don't update it daily, I can update many days past, but I do update this book. And yes, I said I bought this in 2020 and I'm still using it because I've only used pencil, and I'll erase previous entries from previous years. I think right now I'm currently erasing September 2021, which is 2 whole years ago. But this is a fantastic book and I love it. Because it just has it's like all this data is just conveniently in one place. And I can actually look at it objectively and be like, okay, where can I improve here? You know, what am I falling short with? And that's kind of when I discovered that a 14-10 eating pattern can contribute to my weight gain. It's not working for me. I'm not putting in enough exercise for 14-10 eating pattern to be successful. So, and it's not like I'm pushing myself to eat less. It's just naturally happening. Going into February, I plan on changing a few things based on what I've been doing with January. And the big thing is, I've had 21 days in a row so far where I haven't exceeded 2,000 calories. If you've watched my past videos, that was absolutely impossible, you know, to get anywhere below 2,000 calories at one point. And this was like, we're talking like November, December. I've actually managed to be comfortable eating below 2,000 calories and making it work. So I think when I put in my habit tracker, instead of like eating below 2,000 calories, I'm going to change that to eating below 1,900 calories. That might seem like no big deal. Wow, 1,100 calories less? Yeah, that's no biggie. But to do it consistently, that's the practice. Another thing I want to do in February is I want to start walking my dog at least 1 day a week. It may not seem like a big deal, especially for the dog walkers that are out there that walk their dog daily. Like I am not at that point yet. And it's mostly dependent upon my pain level and how my knee is feeling. Since I have osteoarthritis in my knee, I have a beagle. She follows her nose. Walking is no easy task, but it's something I want to get her into the habit of. So my pants are still wet with coffee. So that's another thing I want to start adding. Slowly, the weather might improve. This is South Dakota, so winter doesn't end until late April. But, I mean, being in the cold isn't really that big of a deal. Kind of gotten used to it. Kids at Head Start, they have to stand outside in the cold for like 45 minutes anyway. So, yeah. The last thing I want to do for February is I want to begin, every time I weigh in daily. I may not add it into Samsung Health. Which I usually don't. The only times I really input my weight into Samsung Health is when my weight is lower than it was before. So that could take up to a week. It's either, it has to be Sunday when I do my brand new measurements and weigh-in, or it's like a better weigh-in than the previous day. So what I want to get in the practice of is actually weighing in daily, even on the bad days. And what this will do is kind of give me this radical acceptance that, you know, it's just a number on the scale. It depends on how much salt I've had the previous day, what kind of foods I've eaten, how well my body's digesting it. There's a lot of factors that go into it, especially being a woman and having a natural cycle, like no Mirena involved now. So like my hormones can do their natural thing and it can be scary and crazy sometimes, but we're here. So yeah, I want to keep track of weigh-ins even on the bad days. And I think it'll kind of eliminate that slight anxiety I get when I do see the number spike back up to 188, 189, 190, you know, which it does happen occasionally, especially if I've eaten nothing but like pizza and heavy breaded things at school. So yeah. So go ahead, if you're on your own weight loss journey or just watching this for pure entertainment, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know like what apps, what tactics, what mindsets have helped you in the past with weight loss. Or if you want to try out any of these tips that I've given, let me know which ones that you found the most useful. Right now, my rate that I want to lose weight is 1 pound less per week. And so far, with this being the 3rd week in January, I've actually maintained that. I started out the year at 190 and I'm sitting at 187 right now. But like I mentioned, weight fluctuates quite rapidly and regularly. So coming back to this 187 part makes me happy enough. So I'm hoping to maintain this progress, this momentum, and kind of keep that ball rolling. Of course, there's always going to be like hiccups along the way, like if I aggravate one of my previous injuries, because I do sporadically get back pain, and after having 2 herniated discs and degenerative spinal stenosis, and flare-ups with arthritis in my knee. And apparently if I work out 6 days in a week, I end up with upper back and neck muscle spasms. So that's great too. And that's why I want to keep track of motivation, to really just be honest and gentle with myself, because that is a skill that is lacking for me. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and yeah. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Like the video and subscribe to my channel, if I can say that correctly. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!